Hi, my name is Priscila. I'm here to present contributions from a qualitative analysis of the literature for the conceptualizing of ethical and political well-being of multichallenged women. Will be a comparison between the field of positive psychology, decolonial psychology, and decolonial feminism to identify intersections and contributions to conceptualizing of the notion of ethical and political well-being. Our context, it's women that live in conditions of poverty and social exclusion. In general objectives, we investigate in how the ethical and political aspects are operationalized in the well-being literature in positive psychology, and how the decolonial psychology and decolonial feminism approach the notion of well-being. Our specific objective was paying attention in the gender and race issues in the field of well-being. For methodological framework, we use a comprehensive literature review with some steps and qualitative analysis techniques. We use a directed content analysis guided by pre-identified theory-driving questions and concepts extract method. We use a database as a CAPS from Latin America. We using the following words with reference Boolean and for the studies of well-being and for the decolonial studies. We create inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria to analyze the articles. In well-being and positive psychology, we found 8 articles. In psychology, decolonial psychology, 6 articles, and feminism and decolonial, 12 articles. We had some guidance questions for the direct qualitative content analysis. We asked for the articles, does it provide definitions about well-being? If the definition was implicit or implicit, are there ethical and political perspective in this dimension? Gender and race dimensions, sorry, and what key concept can help us to contribute to building this definition about ethical and political well-beings. We had as well guidance for the key concepts. Can this word contribute to answer gaps identified in the well-being literature? Does this word point to the gender and race or the colonial perspectives? And can this word contribute to promote practice for the ethical and political well-beings? So for the results in positive psychology, we found just one article that talked about politics, no article about ethical, and no articles about gender and race. In decolonial psychology, we found just one article that talked about well-beings. The same in feminism, decolonial feminism, we found just one article that talked about well-beings. This is the result about the concepts, key concepts that help the conceptualization of ethical and political well-beings with some categories that we organize. Our conclusion is that ethical and political aspects is not emphasized in the field of positive psychology, and well-beings is not emphasized as well in the colonial and psychological feminism. Ethical and political well-beings can eventually be constructed analyzed as a theoretical category that involves social, cultural, economic, and psychological dimensions. The concept can inform empirical research in women's subjective experience and exploring what kind of interventions can promote experience of ethical and political well-beings. There are concepts that may offer contributions to conceptualize this notion, and will need to be accompanied by the design of forms of interventions that recognize power structures and seek to emancipate and liberate women from the oppressions and injustice that they experience. There are some limits in our research. It will be pertinent to repeat this study with more research terms in other database, because we use just one single database with some limits number of keywords. And could be included as well multimodal and not academic material, because we use just right academic material. And the text was were analyzed by only one of the authors, was just from me. Here our reference and my contact. Thank you so much.